We have an incredible set of informative and fun research papers to be presented at SIGGRAPH Asia this year. This paper shows us how to hide a moving object among random dots. Even though each frame tells us nothing, in motion we quickly see what's being rendered. One problem is how to build the world from photographs. This project will allow us to travel virtually to great places, like Pittsburgh. The symmetries of beautiful structures like this temple are captured in the work shown in this paper. Of course, the real reason we want to build these models is that we like to knock them down. This work shows us how. To be fair to structures, we also have a paper where we throw balls at mechanical chickens. Unlike the buildings, these chickens know how to stay standing. When things do fall, they make noise. Now we can simulate that too. Real-world materials offer challenges even for the most advanced renderer. This paper shows us how to render complex materials. Simulating cameras creates its own challenges. Depth of field is used creatively by photographers and can now be used while rendering models. When things stand still, modeling and rendering is hard enough. Modeling gaseous materials like smoke interacting with solid objects is addressed in this paper. Simulating denser fluids presents its own problems both to model and render, and curved obstacles make things even tougher. I always wondered what it would be like to splash milk on the Venus de Milo, and now we know. Crowds of people also behave like fluids as simulated in this work. Creating believable humans remains one of the most challenging and important problems in computer graphics. Human hair, in all its styles, texture, and color, is one of the hardest aspects to model, and this paper makes it much easier. And this work lets us model hair from images, one strand at a time. By identifying each strand, we can finally render a true sample with great fidelity. Cloth, like hair, bends and moves and has no fixed, easily parameterized structure. The combination of a light stage and image capture described in this work creates a faithful representation of physical clothing. But we still need to be able to get the characters to move in a natural way. This work shows how to optimize a character's motion. Even more challenging is controlling a character to avoid stepping on the edges of a checkerboard. Finally, how do we unconsciously move our arms as we try to relate an interesting story?
He starts to basically confess his sins in the taxi, which is also one of these very funny episodes that are in this movie.
I thought that was a funny story too. Be sure to catch all the great technical papers at this year's SIGGRAPH Asia.